Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gitaly 17.2 planning and kickoff video for GitLab 17.2, scheduled to be released in July of 2024. I just noted about our capacity. We have had a team member leave us, as well as a couple team members who are on planned and both unplanned PTO, so we'll be looking to schedule it around 80% capacity for this release. Some of our objectives and themes here, we are working hard to define clearly the Gitaly team's contribution to upstream Git and the contributions we wish to make into Git 2.46. We're focusing a lot on our contributions upstream, as this is a very critical role in supporting Gitaly long term, is ensuring that we have alignment with where the Git project is going as well. So for this upcoming milestone, our goal is to focus our effort on the following Git topics. We've got a list here. I should also note we're planning on updating our planning a little bit as we move forward to be aligning the Git project at GitLab with the Git releases and not with the GitLab milestones, because Git is not released at the same milestone schedule as GitLab itself. So for Git 2.46, some of the things we're working on is to print out the expected object type of missing objects. This will help eliminate connectivity checks for performance reasons, as well as implement write-ahead logging in Gitaly. Ideally, this will allow pushes to scale by the size of the change rather than the size of the history. So this is a performance improvement that we're pretty excited about. We're looking to also draft a plan around pluggable object storage. This is sort of the beginning of a longer-term plan to investigate pluggable object storages, sort of like what we've done for the reference backend, where we have the ref table architecture. We're not really sure when we're going to schedule this. This is more of an investigatory issue right now so that we can understand better what it would take. Once we have ideas and a timeline in mind, we will look to see if we want to integrate that into the Gitly efforts. Finally, we're looking to make Git support diffing large batches of blobs faster. There's a potential update we can make to Git to allow us to batch these blob diffs using streaming, which would eliminate needing to spawn a separate process, separate Git process for every blob diff we perform. So this plays to scalability. Right now, those additional Git processes are pretty costly when you have hundreds of them. So we're trying to figure out a best path forward here to make this scale better. Also, we do have a significant amount of support for customers that we perform on a monthly basis, so that does take a chunk of our milestone planning. Most of these issues are internal, so I won't show them here. Finally, we get down to our longer term objectives for this quarter. One of them is to improve scalability, reliability, and availability. We're doing that by improving the Gitaly repository scaling, optimizing the diff generation, which I sort of touched on above with a contribution we're looking to make to upstream Git, as well as supporting Gitaly on Kubernetes. Some of these options some of these things are longer term. One of those is ref table support, which we did contribute upstream in 2.45 of the Git project, but we're now implementing that within GitLab itself and Gitaly. And what we're seeing here is, if we look at our tracking epic, we're seeing that we're migrating over to the use of ref tables, and within that, we're implementing tooling in Git to migrate between ref formats. We're nearing completion of this task, as well as supporting ref tables fully in Gitaly. So this is an ongoing effort. Feel free to follow along on this epic. Also, feel free to comment on this issue if you have any questions or comments or wish to, understand it better. We very much appreciate all of your help here. If there's anything else you have questions about, please feel free to leave it directly on the planning issue. We're working to make these issues a bit more specific as we move forward and be more inclusive of our Git work as well. So thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully this was helpful. Thank you.